Hello everyone. Welcome to part 2 of creating a website using WordPress.com. Let's get started. Last time we looked at the creation and customization of our website. So today we're going to look at what we have to do to post a blog post and to create a page on our website. So open up your browser and go to WordPress.com. Last time we used the Create Website button. Now we're going to be able to log in. So hopefully you have it written down or you remember your username and password. So we'll come up here and let's click Login. Okay, I'm going to put mine in. And put in your password. And I don't want to stay signed in. If you're on your personal computer, you might want to just check that, stay signed in. If you're using, say, a computer in school that someone else might have access to, you should probably uncheck the box that says stay signed in. You don't want other people getting on your information. I'm going to hit not now. Alright, so here we are. This is like the master page where you can see everything. You can check your posts, your blogs. There's another page similar to this one that there's a lot more customization and like features, so let's go there. Top left corner, we're going to go up here to My Sites. Alright, this is what we wanted. So you see I haven't started my first post yet. I'm going to go down real quick. Here in the middle you can see the stats for our page. It shows the number of views, then people that have come to your website each day. You can see if there's been any likes or any comments. It's a very, very powerful tool. Alright, so what we're working with today is everything underneath this publish heading right here. We're going to do blog posts, and then we're going to do pages. So let's look at blog posts first. The way blog posts work is every time you create a new post, and this what looks like a journal page, it will replace the one before it. So it'll just list them in chronological order when someone comes to your page. So I'm going to create my first post. I'm going to say, welcome to Mr. D's blog. Okay, and I'm just going to write a quick message. Welcome to my first blog post. Okay, so while I do that, a couple of things. If you would like to change the font or change the text anyway, you can see along this here we have all of our tools. You're going to want that one right there on the end. This will let you change your text color. You can copy and paste text here. So for a lot of people, I would recommend just writing if you're going to do a newsletter, I would recommend writing your newsletter using like a Microsoft Word and then just copy and paste it right into this large text box here. Some other things that you can do if you want to post pictures or say music, you can have add media. So I'll just show you what that looks like. And this will go out, so maybe you download something from your phone to your computer. It'll just ask you to select the file, and it gives you all of these different types of files that it will accept. Alright, but I'm not going to do that right now. On the right hand side, so in the last video I talked about categories and tags. So let's go to that right now. And I am going to say, let's see, what do we want to classify this as? Maybe this is my newsletter. Maybe I'm going to do a monthly newsletter. So you see, I typed in newsletter and nothing popped up. So it says add newsletter. It knows that I want to create a category. Oh, that was tag. I'll put it under both though. Same thing, I didn't have a previously created category for newsletter. So I'm going to hit add. So now every time when I come back and I type in newsletter, it will just give me the option to click on newsletter rather than saying add newsletter. Okay, so tags and categories is all set. People will be able to go to the bottom of my web page like I showed you last time, and they will be able to look at all of the posts tagged or categorized in this section with newsletter. Now if you wanted to, you could add your location. I'm not going to do that though. Alright, and then along the bottom of your page, it should say save. Let me just move my window down a little bit. There you go. You should be able to see where it says preview, save, or publish to Mr. Stannis' library. It'll say your name right there. So I am all set, but let's say maybe you weren't ready to push this out, to have it live for people to look at. You could save it. Maybe you're not sure about the way that you're formatting the text. Maybe you want something in the center of the page and something else off to the left or right. You can go ahead and preview it. You know, sometimes the way you make things in this box isn't exactly the way you think it should look. So preview is an excellent feature, but I'm all set. I just posted that quick little line, so I'm going to go ahead and publish that to my page. Alright, you can see the green bars moving along the top. That just means that it's publishing. Alright, and now I just published a post. Yay! So let's go ahead and look at it. And you see it nicely opens up in a new tab, so I don't lose my spot. Alright, and there it is. My very first blog post to this page. So you'll see people can read this. They can see that it's written by me. They can see that it's posted in this category, so newsletter, and then it's also tagged newsletter. Now, since it's your page, you have this extra button right here where it says edit. People coming to your page won't have that edit. So you can always go back. If you want to revise this at some later date, you can always use that edit button. And then you'll see along the bottom, people can use the comment feature, and they can comment on every single blog post that you put out. So if a parent, maybe you ask a question, parents can come here and they can answer the question in the reply section. And then you see, like I mentioned earlier, now in the category section under newsletter, it says that I have one post, and then the tags will start to populate down here. Okay, so let's go back. I can even click on this page so that this is what the page really looks like. And then when I click on individual posts, so this is the first post, it takes you to something that looks like this. Alright, let's go back to this page here. So we're done with this post. What do I do next? I'm going to go back to that page that I showed you that has all of the different features by going to My Sites. Go ahead and click on that. So I already started my first post. You know what? I'm just going to X that right out because that no longer applies to me. So looking at my stats, if I want to look at all of the blog posts I've ever written, I'm going to go over here underneath stats, underneath publish, click on blog posts, and then you see that's the post I just made. And now if I make another one, it would list it right above where it says welcome to Mr. D's blog. It would list it above this one, and it'll go chronological order. If, for example, I had hit save, so I wasn't ready to publish, and I hit that save button that I showed you, you would come back to the blog post section, but it wouldn't be underneath publish, obviously. You would want to go to the draft section. Now I didn't hit save, so this is where your post would be, and then you could edit it, and then you could hit publish to your blog. Alright, so hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Alright, now the difference between blog posts and pages. Pages, I use Pages as a place to list the About Me section. So I would talk about where I work, I would list my contact information, things that you want to remain the same for the lifespan of your blog. So I might put in here, this is an example, so I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to say, I'm going to put my job title. going to say that I work at McKinley. Oops. Here we go. Okay, and if you have any other pages that you use, for example, I use Twitter. I put that in my page. I use YouTube. I've created a YouTube channel, so I put that in this page. Anything that you want to share with people that you want to remain permanently on the page and not get moved around by posting more stuff, that's what you put in your pages section. Alright, so same way as the blog post, you can save it, you can preview it, or you can just update it. Since this page already existed, that's why it says update now instead of publish. Alright, so page successfully updated. Let's have a look at it. Alright, so along the top, here's our home page. That's where all of the blogs, the posts are listed in chronological order. And then here in the About section is where your permanent page is. So I could create something else. Maybe, since it's for my library, I might create a post, library resources. So let me go back and show you. I'm going to go all the way back to this page. So now you see pages, and it has About. I want to create a new one. So how I do that, next to pages, it just says Add. Very simple. Click Add. And here we are. Maybe library resources. And let's see, what do I want to put in there? Let's go to www.brainpop.com. Okay, just an example. Something that I might put up for a library resource. Alright, so now, like I said, instead of update, now it says published to Mr. DeSantis' library. Green bar goes across the top. And ta-da, we have another page. And there you go. So now I have home, about, and library resources. Some other things you might want to put up there. If you have, say, like a monthly review group, or you want to just put like your favorite links that your students can use outside of the classroom, something that they can utilize while they're at home if they have a computer, you might list that in a page. Whereas back in your blog, you know, I might put that in a blog post, but then it's just going to get pushed down as I blog more and more. So this is really just information that you want people to be able to access very quickly. Alright, so that's really the quick version of blogs and posts and pages. You know, we can get much more intricate with this. There's ways that you can put in posts with polls, you know, surveys of people. You can add music. Like I said, you can add music and pictures. That's something that you might want to play around with. Maybe, I know I've heard people mention that they want to post student work. You know, just be mindful that we don't want to post any student names, at least full names. So be careful, very careful of that while posting pictures. Also with, you know, pictures of our students. We don't necessarily want to do that with everybody. But, you know, play around with this. Definitely, it's a very powerful tool. So thank you for watching, and take care.